The one I was mentioning, I wasn't expecting anything. It was more pointing out that they for some reason ignored it over hill, throwing it over a head for a bluff. Absolute bluff. I know.
lo sparo qui, fate il triangolino quando sono al campo. Vai, ci siamo. Sì, scavalco. Schiaffalo lungo. Scavalco! Giusto! Brava Paso! See you this evening, then. Okay, let's talk. Let's chat a bit.
Get a smoke and a drink.
Scavalchi, scavalchi! Ma salvoci. Ho preso un po' di vento, scusa. Allochetto! Cambio dorsale, giro dorsale ora! Giro dorsale su quella al centro! Un secondo!
Deputy, coming up to the booth. More important than your game.
Gonna make you play.
Yeah. So I don't have a number for Capara.
Scazzieri, what number is Capara? What number is Capara? Where is it? Capara. Oh, coach. Easy. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, that's fine. It's still off. Yeah, sure. Yeah, way out of order. But again, we know the ones that are going to touch it enough. We got cameras here.
Start your game in 3, 2, 1.
Here we are, all the action non-stop Windmill tournament. We're last fixtures of the day. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, joined with Ravi Vasudevan for this women's fixture. Ravi, set the stage for us.
We are in the 4th round of Swiss draw here. Only 2 more rounds to go to see who makes the bracket. I imagine these teams are fighting for those spots. Every point's going to matter here. We got the Swiss women's team in red, the Italian women's team in white, both very strong countries, and Ultimate Switzerland being a finalist at the last European Championships of 2015. Italy winning last year's club championships with Kuz Shout, which is the majority of that team, so it should be a really good one so far. This season, Italy's looked a bit stronger in the preparation tournaments, but now it's getting close to EUC, so we'll see what these ladies have to offer here on this show pitch. It's going to be a good one.
Jeski sends it. Kunzelman receives it. Here come the Swiss. Lindemann moves it ahead, all ready to goal. Shot deep, in stride. What a catch, what a throw. Schambach with the goal.
Phoebe Schambach getting the disc there from Isabella Gutting, a very, very strong thrower to a very, very strong cutter. Phoebe might be small in stature, but she is rapid and she is fast, and she gets the first score for Switzerland. Looking very clean there in that first point there, Stefan.
No hesitation whatsoever. When she looked up the field, she knew that was going, and it went, and it counted. Swiss start strong on the front foot.
So we'll get our first look here at the Italian offensive line. This team, most of this team was at Tom's Tourney, which we called a lot of games. They were playing as Kuzb Shout back then, so there will be some different names here. One key addition to this squad is the middle player there, Laura Feralfi, number 1, who is going to be playing, as we see a replay here of this beautiful huck first. Picture perfect into space.
In stride.
Great
Their
stuff.
Chance
Great
for the
start for the
defense.
Swiss. Laura Feralfi, number 1 there in the middle. Key player on this team, both in what she does on the field and the kind of energy she brings to her team. A Eurostars alum. And we'll see what she can do with this Italian side.
It is indeed Ferolfi who collects. Diaz. Chesky. Now the big gainer. Shot to goal doesn't go. Susanna. Centers to Ferolfi. Ferolfi around to Diaz. Diaz shoots. A bit of air under it. Keeps her feet. I think it's inbound, possibly not a goal.
I think she might have been airbound when she caught the disc. We'll have to see on the replay. I'm happy that she protected her head there. I thought she was going to launch right into that sign as they get some free advertising. The Swiss player is calling it in, I believe, but I don't believe it's a goal. It's a bit too late on the replay to see there. It is called out of bounds.
Called out.
So Swiss will get a chance to break early in this game.
First cut not coming easy. Finally one opens up. It's an upliner. Vindla. A lot of these cuts taking time. 2 Italians take each other out, one down hard. As Baroni grabs her ankle.
That is unfortunate. You hate to see that. Injury will be called.
Calling for medic.
Medic.
Somebody's got to go to the main tank.
There's So we're going to take a bit of a pause here for this injury stoppage. I think this one's going to take a little bit of time. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Just tells us. There's still only 5 minutes in, so as soon as they start, we're putting 65 on the clock.
What was the name of the player?
Yeah, number 6, Julia Baroni. All right, yeah, we're good. Cameras, cameras.
The energy, guys. Let's get it up. Let's get it up.
What do you mean? I thought it's off right now. I know, but I thought I've been good. I'll try and get better.
legs.
Well, after a long pause to take care of the injured player, the medical response team has come and gone. Giulia Baroni has been taken by ambulance to have a good look at the ankle. It seemed like it was a severe indications that it was broken, and we'll leave it at that as she's on her way. Disc shot deep, caught well, left-handed, one-handed into the end zone. A half a second later, Wayne Gretzky, or number 99 rather, Lucy Boca for the Swiss cashes in after the delay we spoke of.
That makes it 2-0 for those just tuning back into this game. The first point was a hold by the Swiss. Second point, it was a turn by the Italians. Switzerland was making some good work, and then two Italian players clattered with each other. Giulia Baroni was the worst off of those two players, and I believe broke something in her leg, whether it was her ankle or her shin, I'm not exactly sure, but something went wrong there, and she's off to the hospital. So we are going to continue playing this game for 65 more minutes from when we tapped it back in, because they played about 5 minutes left in that game. So we will have a full regulation game time here, so ignore the jingle when you hear it. And yeah, right now it's 2-0 with Switzerland up one break here on the Italians in this fourth round of Swiss draw play.
And getting to the fourth round, Ravi, you know the Swiss draw really well. These two have had similar enough paths. If obviously anybody who's playing each other, the later they go, they have obviously had similar paths. That's the one thing we know from the Swiss draw. These two sitting in about 4-5. Is that what we?
7-8.
7-8. Sorry.
They are right on the outs of making that quarterfinal. Right now in the in of making that quarterfinal, but of course a bad move in one of these games. Italy turns it over and gives Switzerland a chance for another break. Probably mentally tough to get back into a game when something like that happens to your team.
Serious emotional distress, especially after the long wait too. If you kind of get straight back into the game, get the injured player carted off, and get on with it, you can maybe remove some of that emotional angst as that one floats up and gets rescued. But that long wait, there's just a lot of thinking about it. Shot to the end zone. Cut comes under. Cut is good. Vero. 3-0 Switzerland.
That's Vero Mayor, player for the Wizards in Geneva. Was actually a teammate of mine last year on the Wizards as we went over to Cincinnati to play in the mixed division of the World Ultimate Club Championships. Vero Mayor caught one of them there. Phoebe Chamba, another Wizards player, caught the first score of the game. So the Wizards are representing here on the Swiss national team. Lucy Pocha is actually another Wizards player, so it's 3 Wizards players that have caught all the goals for Switzerland. Geneva represent.
That's one way to spin it, Ravi. 3-0 Switzerland, but 3-1 Switzerland or 2-1 Wizards, however you want to write it.
3-0 Wizards. Those are all Wizards.
All those
Wizards.
Swiss Wizards.
Swizzards. But Italy is a very good and strong team, very mentally strong team, so we'll see. I think they'll probably start clicking soon. We saw at Tom's Tourney the club team Kuspschau, which is the core of this team, as I mentioned before, doing a lot better than Switzerland at that tournament. So we'll have to see if that translates well into this Italian national team.
Scazzieri, Pancotti get things going. That's Diaz now through Pancotti. Decision making on the far sideline. Centers Farolfi. She moves it forward. Shot, hammer, blammer. Sofia Scazzieri turns it over and puts it to turf.
1-3 look there from the Swiss. Bit of a zone. And now they're off to raise. He's Gutzinger getting the disc up the line.
Lindemann puts it deep. Niederhauser watches it sail out of bounds. Italy gets another crack at the bell.
And the unique cleaning service of Amsterdam gets some free advertising here on the stream as the disc hits that sideboard there.
Unique cleaning service. I wonder what they do differently.
Something unique.
Perhaps cleaning in Speedos.
Not looking at the disc, not looking at the
Diaz.
disc. Find the person.
High stall count over the shoulder. Boulder holder to Farolfi. She's moving it along. Italians, Pancotti, upfield, Scazzieri. Oh, and it's handcuffs Vandelli. And she watches it turn. Here come the Swiss. Guttinger gets the up line to go. Falling into a layout is Julia Steiner. The Swiss, oh, what a bid! Diaz shuts the door, gets in front, gets horizontal.
The Colombian Italian making her presence known.
Giving Italy another shot.
I don't know, Italy still seems a bit mentally out of it, making a few execution errors that I don't expect from a team of this caliber.
Diaz, Farolfi, Vandelli working together. Farolfi again to Diaz. Working through the cup, Nicheto, Pancotti. A lot of hotly contested catches. Farolfi smacking hard on these clamps.
We hear the fire call, going to person-person defense out of that 1-3-3 set they were doing earlier.
Shot to goal, Farolfi collects.
So Italy getting their first point on the board. 3-1, still in favor of the red women from Switzerland. Should be their tournament, you know, it's a Swiss draw after all.
Yeah. See if they can manifest it.
Sun's coming out in force here behind. I can feel it on my back.
Sun's out, guns out. Mikey Palmer's got his shirt off. He's getting ready for the dunk tank. Hashtag put Mikey in the dunk tank.
So this right now, Italy women are sitting at 2.73 points and Switzerland women are at 2.64 points, which means the algorithm expects that Italy women are better than the Swiss by 0.1 points. So they're expecting a universe or tie game here. But right now, Switzerland outperforming the algorithm as they are up 3-1.
We're gonna get that hashtag up and running. Put Mikey in the dunk tank. If we get 100 likes on it, he said it'll go. So you listeners at home, you viewers at home, get that started. Get the hashtag going. We'll get the like and we'll keep it busy for you. Here come the Swiss. Gunzelman plays back. Lenneman, oh, in a bit of traffic, but get away with it. Arms, the wife of Tori Arms from Fab. Gunzelman zips one through traffic for a goal all alone on the other side. 4-1.
It's a Guttinger there, great movement there by the Swiss. Very strong team right now. It's very different, honestly, than the team that I saw at Bologna Invites and at Tom's tourney. They're looking a lot stronger, a lot more secure, a lot more confident as a team, as we see the scores here. See this nice inside shot. I did not see that one coming, but Guttinger was all alone there on the break side. You can't give her that much space.
No, not with a thrower as crafty as Kunzelman.
So right now the ranking, as I'm going to just look at the women's division, Germany are in first place, followed by the Mermaid Lumberjacks, Finland women, Cosmic Girls, Heist, Austria, Italy, and Switzerland. So Italy and Switzerland are in the 7-8 spots. Again, they really want to stay in that top 8 over the next 2 rounds so they can make their way into quarterfinals. There are some other teams hot on their heels, the Ireland women still, and the French women just behind them. And while the Swedish women are another point below that, and the Czech Republic a notch below that as well. So still a lot of fighting to be done, still a lot of jostling can take place to see who's going to make that top 8 and make it into knockout play where you can worry a bit less about the point diff and just worry about winning as the Chesky is overthrown.
Cleaned up, Sisana helps out and saves the day there. Chesky gets it back. Diaz's throw got away from her. Italian ladies. Oh, all sorts of bounces. Irena Scazzieri. Coming in at 0. Irena Scazzieri. Who tries to cram it up the proverbial cram hole, but gets the door slammed on the cram.
I do have to note that this is a 16-woman roster here from the Italians, so I don't believe this is the full squad. I see a few missing pieces that are usually making big plays. I don't see Grazia Melaga, I don't see Frangipani, I don't see Bonfante. So the results for them at this tournament might not be exactly characteristic of what we'll see in Hungary in 2 weeks. But anyways, right now the Swiss trying to take advantage of that, as they, I think, have a more full squad here.
Cerulli throws over the shoulder. Null moves it along. The defense was common, but Boca gets the disc. Swiss throw to end zone. Cerulli, she's in. Yes, she is. Indicates late, but it counts for a goal.
5-1, the Swiss up. That's another break for the Swiss. Again, trying to rock this Swiss draw, get as many points difference as they can. That's what you got to do here, and Italy's got to make something happen. I mean, we were calling a game earlier with the point differ of about this between Austria and the Swedes managed to come back, make it 12-12, and that can really help them out later on in this ranking. But right now, they're still sitting outside that top 8, whereas Austria still is. But still, having that good result in Austria might help them out later to boost them up. So Italy needs to realize that it's not just about winning this game and try and score every point they can. Exactly. Right now, still just mentally a little bit out of it. I think missing a few pieces and not quite the same strength of Italy team that I'm used to seeing here.
Don't roll over. They got to take the emotion out of this game right now. They've got to make it very cerebral, very cut and dry, very X's and O kind of game, and just stick to doing, following the prescription here, because the emotional part of it is getting the best of them. It has got the best of them, justifiably so. But they haven't seemed to be able to kind of just get going since their teammate got carted away.
Of course, credit has to go to the Swiss defense. They've been putting a lot of pressure on the Italians, forcing some options. That huck goes up with Chesky in chase. Flo Windler behind, but it's perfect for Chesky, as Italy shows they've still got some game, and the score is now 5-2.
All day long, that disc is getting caught. Beautiful leading throw. But Chesky, never a doubt that that was going to be hers. I kind of hoped that the defense would be a bit tighter to see a contest, but Chesky.
See there the separation Chesky's able to get on Flo Windler. Flo Windler, a very fast player for the Swiss, so that just shows you the kind of athlete that Chesky is, normally playing D-line. Note about Chesky, she's actually going to be playing in the U.S., moving over to, I believe, Duke University to do a master's degree there, and she'll be playing with Raleigh Phoenix later on this season. And I'm excited to see her on the U.S. circuit, see what she can do over there. She managed to make the team, I think, without going to tryouts, just putting in some film reels showing what she's done in Italy, and I think...
reputation landed her a job, but fair enough. She's European Defensive Player of the Year. That's
runner-up. Maya Milik was the Player of the Year. She was the runner-up, but still, she got a mention there on the article.
All right.
So I think we can credit Ultiworld's work to why she got a spot on that roster. She should be thanking us later, I think. There she has the pull.
How do they go about thanking? A few beers up to the press box would go askew.
Oh, Windmill treats us pretty right. We get beers here as volunteers this tournament. This is a great event.
Benji Reese, one of the stalwarts on the commentary team, taking good care of the team when he's not at work, taking even better care of your ear holes when he is at work. Nothing but love and care out of that man. Here comes the Swiss, centering. Newell. Oh, doorstep. She goes the other way, winds up for it. Floats well for a defensive take. Diaz to the goal line. Pancotti.
Big put by Chesky.
No huck was the call, but the huck got out. Fuentes couldn't get in front of Niederhauser. And Niederhauser simply boxes out to let it go to turf.
It's another big play by Diaz there for the Italians, getting that D, though that didn't work out for them, but she's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the Italian defense so far.
Gets the upline. Vindla. Kanselman. Couldn't get. Oh, too far in front. Thought about laying out did Steiner, but that Amstel sign was coming up on her quick there. A little bit of deterrence throwing your body, besides the fact that hitting the grass, seeing the metal sign get closer and closer every step just makes you think twice. Oh, bobble off the face, Falcon catch. Kunzelman jacks it. She's got a receiver. Defense is coming. It's Diaz on the help, but not there quick enough. Did she keep her feet in? No indication yet. Get the sniffer dogs out to check the line.
It's called out the back.
Called out the back.
So Italy with another chance here. Let's try and bring the score back within 2.
Diaz looking to initiate. Gets Julia Vandelli. Vandelli goes other side for Chesky. Pancotti winds up the big. Diaz gets forward, but the defense was in front all the while. Arzanul shuts the door. Niederhauser, backhand, end zone. Pancotti smacks it away.
Great position there by Pancotti with the great Kunzelman behind her. Big stature. She had to really take position and attack that discard, and she managed to. As Italy are going to call a timeout here. I think that's a good call. It's been a little bit sloppy from both teams. Time to settle your nerves down and really get back focused and in this game. Again, every point's going to count. Both these teams want to make quarterfinals, and if they want to do that, it's going to take scoring as many points you can in this game.
Yeah, excellent timeout. That point was getting on very long in the tooth. Take a break, have a think about it, do it again. If you don't get it, you're no worse than you were if you kept going.
Skinner, 22 minutes into this game. There was a long injury stoppage. We've still got plenty of game left here. Score is 5-2 in the Swiss's favor. It'll be a halftime at 8 points. In the Swiss draw rounds, it can stop on a tie after the jingle, or after the, there'll be no jingle for us, but after the time finishes up, you finish the point and then the game is over. Regardless of the score. So Steph, talked to you a little bit before. This is your first time at Windmill.
Yeah.
What are your impressions of this tournament? I mean, aside from the festival atmosphere, everything going, I mean, just yeah. For people who haven't been here, paint them a picture as to what it's like here in Amsterdam for this tournament.
Well, like I said, it really is the epitome of this boutique nature, event nature of tournaments. I mean, you just see it, you know, walking through the doors, see the amount of containers that got brought in here, the amount of crane work, the amount of lighting, the little things like that, the flags, I mean, the big tops are no small thing, but it's the details about this thing that just really make you appreciate how much work's gone into it. You can tell it's a tournament that gets bigger and better every year. They've got some legacy items that come back. I imagine they add one thing one year and they add more the next year, and it's just an incredible event. Here come the Italian. Chesky uncorks a backhand. Kunzelman plucks it out of the hand of 11, if you ask her, because she's calling it strip.
Strip is called. The question is, did she have control? It looks like she might have touched the disc when Kunzelman did. Gonna look here. There's the throw from Chesky.
Oh, clean.
I'm not sure that the Italian player has an argument that she had control before Kunzelman got that D.
Me either, but Barsazzi gets the disc back. Now the shot to goal, and that counts for goal. Capello with the goal. The Italians, despite a call on Kunzelman's D there, maintain position, score, keep it within 2. It's 5-3 now, Switzerland.
The Italians still in a bit of a hole here and are going to need to get a little break train rolling if they want to come back into this game. But again, it's not just about the victory. Every point counts here if they want to stay in the top 8. Teams like Ireland and France will be really happy if this game has a big point difference, that one of these two teams will maybe shoot down a few notches and give them the chance to go up. It gets harder and harder to move positions in the Swiss draw once you get further and further in, because each game is a smaller percentage of the data that gets put in to the whole set. So it's oftentimes that the 9th place team is trying their best to eke into the 8th place spot to get into quarterfinals after 5 rounds, but it's really hard to do that because you kind of dug your own grave by that point. We'll see how things shape up here as the Swiss go for another possession. Going in for a horizontal stack that is now kind of merged into a Swiss stack, as a split stack, as you see Italy coming out in zone.
Niederhauser wants it back, does not get it back. It's Steiner. Niederhauser, Cerule. Oh, it's cannot connect. Too many errant throws. Farolfi now. Can the Italians capitalize on this mistake? Farolfi again. She wants the backhand break. She's indicating as much. Resets, gets it back. Where is that break, she asks. Sends back. Bunu. Oh, hey. Wobbly backhand over the top. Then a nice OI to the corner to score. Nicheto with the goal. The Italians claw back to within 1.
And a lot of credit there has to go to the throwing prowess of that player, as I believe Switzerland is calling a timeout, as that is their 2nd break in a row. It was 5-1 at one point. Italy scored their hold to make it 5-2 and has done 2 breaks to get it to 5-4. So clawing back into this game, again, like I said, I think it was, you know, justifiably so very difficult for Italy to start up after that large injury stoppage, but they've managed to kind of get things back, get their heads back in the game, and Switzerland faltering a little bit, making a few errors, and Italy capitalizing well. 5-4 after 5-1. Great job by the Italians to get back into this after they had to lose one of their players to the hospital.
Yeah, the longer it goes, the less they'll end up thinking of that, and really the longer it goes now, if they can get over the hump of the emotional disdain that comes with it, they may even be able to use these kind of things as fuel. Let's play for our girl, let's play for Baroni. And you never know if they get a chance, if that comes up as part of the huddle conversation. But like I said, if they do get over the initial shock and loss, it is sometimes nice. You do see that as fuel in games sometimes, playing for the one you lost. We'll see if the Italians use some of that to get back into this game.
Right now it's the Swiss that have to clean things up. They've had a really strong start, looked very clean on their offense the first few points of this game. Last 2 points have been making a bit of errors. This Italian zone really slowing down their pull plays, forcing them into these little passes, and that seems to not be Switzerland's game so far. We do have to say that they are missing Olivia Hauser, who did play 3 games today. She's not injured, but just taking things a little slowly and saying, 3 games is enough for me. I don't want to play a 4th today. I'll play my games tomorrow. She told us during the stoppage.
Not injured nor young. Either of those things would allow the 4 games a day without problem, but small injury or a little bit of age sometimes keep that 4th game at bay. Kunzelman Picks up and goes. Lendeman, Kunzelman. Playing back and forth. Italians settling into their zone. Niederhauser. Vindler. Niederhauser. Lendeman. Gets it again. Falls to one knee. Looking upfield before she commits to the dump. Niederhauser. Directing traffic with her offhand. Vindler. There's the continuation they were after. Lendeman. Gonna come back to center. Niederhauser. Here's the fill. Gunga. Oh, Cerule picks it up in traffic. Windler. And they go back and forth again. Sideline to sideline here. The Swiss taking it easy. Kunzelman to Niederhauser. Goes around. A little bit of a speculator as Lendeman gets it. Now back to Kunzelman. Scoops over top. Niederhauser. Kunzelman off to the races. Trying to find some space. You hear the jingle. It does not apply to us. It is loud though. No two ways about it. Winds up back to Niederhauser. Centering pass. Shot to end zone. Goal for the Swiss.
Mira Mayor with the score. Things looked a lot better there on the Switzerland offense against that zone. Really patient, using nice scuba throws, using all their power that they can to force their way through that Italian zone. Worked out well. 6-4 now for the Swiss as they try to get their way closer and closer to that elusive halftime.
6-4 for the Swiss. The Swiss are staying ahead. The commentary team is staying ahead. Libations, it's great to get a little help from your friend. Make sure you can stay hydrated at a tournament like this. Very important. Make sure you keep your liquids up, everybody, and enjoy this sunny day to its fullest. So Italians clawed it to within one. Swiss answered, stretched it back open a little bit. Here comes the Italian O-line. They need a hold.
Yeah, and they had a 2-run score from their D-line, getting 2 breaks in a row, but their O-line hasn't been up here in a little bit. And we'll see if they're rusty or they can keep things going here. They haven't been in this.
Oh, Scazzieri sent a perfect one in. Vandelli couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it kind of like slipped out of her hand and hit her in the face, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. The cheek got a little piece of it. Switzerland. Annika Null. Lanneman. Kunzelman. Kunzelman. We know she wants to shoot for goal. She didn't get the opportunity. Will her teammate? Yes, Kunzelman gets it in the end from Vero Mayor. As we hear the second 2-minute jingle. Again, does not apply to our game in this case after the injury allocation.
This is an error by the Windmill staff. This is 2 minutes till the next game. There is no next game. It's the last round of the day. So maybe we'll attract a bit of a crowd here as everyone finishes their games.
I think it means 2 minutes till next beer when it happens at this stage of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The score is now 7-4 as this game is now 33 minutes in.
2 minutes.
We will have a cap at 70 minutes. That cap of 70 minutes, whoever is, well, just finishes. Can be a draw, can be a win. We'll see. Flo Windler to goal for the Swiss.
And there is the pole we speak of. Bancotti Chesky comes under, opens things up, winds up, gives to Ferolfi's undercut. Sisana, rather. Oh, what a great, it looked great. It looked just in front enough, but it had a bit too much spin on it. Ferolfi's cut couldn't stay in line with it.
So nobody on Switzerland going to pick up the disc right now, which is an interesting strategy. Flo Windler eventually deciding she's going to get things started here.
Hey, no rush. Take your time, guys. Take your time. Vindla centering. Arms. Oh, high stall count. Gets it to Polka. Let's see.
Stall out is called.
I'm seeing some of the body language, some of the hand signals that are head tapping that says stall out.
It's a contested stall out, so the stall will come in on 8.
In 3, 2, 1.
And shot deep. Vindla's there. Chesky cleans it up.
Second time Chesky's won that matchup. Last time was on offense, this time was on defense.
Ferolfi. Sisana. Diaz wants it up line, gets it up line. Gets herself its second defender. Pancotti gets it. Ferolfi. A miscommunication there. Pancotti thought she had eyes. Ferolfi thought she had another second. In the end, Switzerland get another possession.
Götzinger now with the disc.
Oh, Polka. Slow speed impact there into Chesky.
I think Chesky is arguing if there was a foul on Polka, perhaps, which would be a bit, I'm not sure. She's saying, I was standing here holding my ground, you ran into me, and then dropped the disc. Saying I had right to that space. I don't know, what was your opinion on that play?
I'd have to give it one more look for a determined opinion here, but yeah, I think it was like after the play bump. I think it should be a non-foul. I don't think it was dangerous. I don't think it was aggressive. I think it was a bit unbalanced, and she fell in at the end of the play.
Polka was a bit shaken up, and then I think put the disc down. So I don't know if that's. She seemed to put the disc down intentionally, so I'm not sure if it would be a turn here. But seem to be discussing things. Still haven't gotten a replay yet. So it's a contested foul call in the end. Go back to Götzinger.
Götzinger centering. Cerule. Götzinger. Nearing midfield. Swiss with poise and pentameter in their offensive approach so far. Vindla into the defense. Just as I say, they've got pentameter. Sisana wanted to go. Diaz rushed to pick it up as she came under. Bancotti now. Chesky jacks a backhand. Ferolfi's there between two defenders. And Vindla gets the read as the defense gained the advantage with the help.
It's the third time that a shot to Ferolfi has not worked out for the Italians at this point. She's visibly frustrated about that.
Gutenga pops one over. Steiner over the top, well handled by Windler. There's Pocus. She gives it back.
Hey, Switzerland, if you make a cut and you don't get the distance, change direction.
Windler sets a violation into action. Now they try it again. Windler, high release to Cerule. Has a hey, I'm poached call from the corner, and that's Gutenga, who does get it in the end. Gutenga winds up, gives. Windler can't throw herself horizontal.
Gutenga very good with the disc in her hands, but that one just a bit too far for Flo Windler. And that's going to give Italy another chance here to bring things back within 2.
Jeski, Bancotti, pick called. Farolfi with the disc. Kelesi picks up the disc. Near sideline centers to Diaz. Diaz to Farolfi in front of the big top. Farolfi inside out backhand. Kelesi there for the goal. Not yet on the score sheet till we asked a few questions. Then she gets multiple touches and walks one in for the goal. They're back within 2.
7-5, and what a great throw from Laura Farolfi, the Eurostars player. Visibly frustrated many times that point, not getting it on the receiving end. Here showing, give it to me, I'll show you guys how to throw a goal.
Yeah, let me just do the throwing. When I'm downfield, just use it as a cue that I need some time till I come back under. Don't throw it to me, I'll get it and throw it to you. Deal? Okay. Let's see if their negotiation works out over the course of this game.
We now see both the Scazzieris out there on the same line. Oh, Sophia's being called off, as I said.
We don't get the double Scazzieri. Too many Z's on the line.
It's 7-5 here, but Italy looking a lot better after the little bit of a lull they had after the big injury stoppage.
Yeah, last 6-7 points, they've at least looked equal.
It's been pretty even, both the teams.
Swiss got a jolt after the game resumed. They resumed with a few bits of success, and that's what they're hanging on to for the difference. But the game is pretty level. Scazzieri, wow, was she close to messing that one up. Italian zone settles in. The Swiss attack sees Kunzelmann from Lendemann. Kunzelmann gets it again. Oh, she tries to go through Scazzieri, and that's not going to work. Bunu, Michetto. Oh, working those shoulders as part of her pivot. Shot to end zone. Fuentes hangs on for the goal.
We got a 1-point game here, as that's a Italian break. I did see Switzerland doing that kind of casual high release backhand to get over that cup time and time again. And that's the kind of throw that you can read a bit easier than an overhead or a blade. So eventually, Irina Scazzieri figuring it out and anticipating it properly, getting her 2 hands up there for a great block. 7-6 now the score, with Switzerland still in front. Switzerland did start this game on offense, so Italy will get the disc back on over the point. So if Italy can manage to win this half, they'll have a nice advantage going into the second one. We're going to see here the high release throw, and Irina just reads it so well, just puts her hands up there. And now the big throw. Oh, first the shoulder fakes. You were talking about the shoulder fakes.
She does them well.
And that's a very nice way to capitalize. It was a nice inside break to get it onto the break side. And you know, sometimes you get broken once, and then you just keep getting broken down the rest of the field. And it's exactly what happened there. It's the Swiss now trying to figure out this Italian zone.
Nita Hausa catches through traffic. Lendeman, Nita Hausa working it through the middle. Lendeman. Far sideline. Attacking zone, Nita Hausa. Lehman. Nita Hausa. Scazzieri says no.
It's a second D there for Scazzieri. It's the same one. Irina Scazzieri gets her second D within 2 points, and Italy with a chance to equalize here after being down 5-1 earlier in this game. Great comeback here from the Italians. Mental fortitude, putting lots and lots of defensive pressure. Their zone doing a good job of plugging up Switzerland's pull plays, and then eventually when they crumble down into person-to-person defense, getting a block there big, as we see them swinging it across the field, and right now playing with more confidence, more poise than we saw them earlier on this game.
Nicheto Capello, Nita Hausa was closing in on that one. Nicheto did a great job to hang on to it. Upliner, Capelli.
Travel is called on Capello there. A bit too eager on her give-go move.
Nicheto gets the recess shot for goal. Not in, but on the doorstep. Backhands out Irina Scazzieri with the goal.
The bookends there for the captain of this O-line, Irina Scazzieri, doing it all for her team there. And now we're tied back up at 7-7, as Mike Palmer likes to call it, Galaxy point, the point for halftime. Like I said before, Italy will be getting the disc on half. So they brought the game back to on serve here, but if they can get this score, then the momentum will be in their favor, and they'll be getting the disc to start the half. So it's a big point. I imagine they're going to stack their line pretty heavily here, as we're now 47 minutes into the 70-minute game. Windmill 2019.
Galaxy point, as he said, Mike Palmer may bring it up. That was one that I staked claim to the creation of. It is a thing. It's a live entity. It is a moment in this game. And it is the moment that's upon us next. Galaxy point for momentum. Who takes it to half? If Italy takes this Galaxy and receive the disc after, they really have proved the storm back into this one. If the Swiss can walk it in and hold here, we go back into our trade here after some early momentum. They can continue to dictate with a goal here, but just have to be very wary.
We'll see here if Italy comes back in their zone, which has done such a good job of stopping Switzerland's pull plays. Yes, they do. Switzerland wanted to start in a side stack. Now they're going into zone offense. Italy's doing a great job of making Switzerland do something different than what they want to do. They'll do this zone for just a few more passes, and then they'll eventually go to person-to-person defense, but it stops Switzerland's plan. It's great planning there by the Italian coaching staff, as they're pushing Switzerland back right now. After 5 or 6 passes, they have lost meters overall.
Yeah, it feels like they're only going backwards. Wow! Arms collects a throw off a block. Unbelievable to hang on to that one. Konzelman gets nothing in her attempt for a gainer. nothing but a D, and now Italy with a huge chance to knot things up. Around Pancotti. Galaxy point not to knot things up, to steal the momentum. Chesky, Diaz, but we've got a pick.
A lot of people have stopped playing a long time ago.
It's a retirement party moments ago.
This will be huge. I'm telling you, Stefan, if they score this point, it'll show that really all that was against them was caring about their teammate, which is something that is very justifiable. And now they're back in it playing for her as they get the inside break.
Diaz, Farolfi on the super dump. Hey, yo, give it to me. She says the throw does not come off. Diaz looks at Farolfi. She's not thrilled about the decision.
That is a huge missed opportunity for the Italians. If they could have got that, they would have had all the momentum going in, starting the next half on offense, and now Switzerland get a chance. But they're going to have to do it against this Italian zone, which has been giving them trouble so far, as that gives them a miscommunication, and Italy's going to just have to score it off their doorstep. Let's see what kind of end zone play Italy has here. They're starting off in a vertical stack.
And we hear the music starting up over at the Windmill circus tents. They are winding things up, as are the Italians. Farolfi demanding it in a small space. She gets looked off, but the disc still counts for a score. Vanessa Barzazzi takes the Galaxy point. The Italians storm back from a 5-1 deficit to an 8-7 halftime taking.
Big second half of the first half there for the Italians. 5-1 down, they made it, they got it back to 5-4, and then eventually clawed their way back, break after break after break. Switzerland has not figured out Italy's zone yet, and they're forcing Switzerland to make mistakes, make more and more passes.
Baby on the field.
There's a baby on the field. Can we get a shot of this baby? I guess we're not getting a shot of the baby. Felix, let's get a shot of the baby. Next generation player here, making his or her way onto the field during this halftime.
This is where the brick mark would be from the sideline. Don't you understand? Right here. This cone is so stupid. Why do you guys even use this? Get rid of it.
Nah, baby does not like the brick mark cone.
We don't need brick mark cones. All we need is
I prefer brick marks to be painted on the field myself as well, so I think the baby's got a point here. A tournament of this caliber, you should have brick marks painted on the field. This is garbage, says the baby.
Windmill baby. Hashtag windmill baby.
Yep, going back for the cone.
Everybody's always going back for cones at Windmill. Excellent flexibility on the child. Look at that kind of cone. It's orange. She's really gonna play this point. We're gonna have to get her up. She's on the line. Too many on. 8 on the field for the Swiss, including that child.
The child, she's wearing gray. It's a bit close to the Italian jersey than the Swiss one.
Oh, and Mom says no more of this. Get off the field. They've already got 7 out there. We don't want any penalties here.
8-7, the momentum really with the Italians right now, and Italy going to get to start the game on offense.
We have become the showcase game. Nothing left to play. The injury made us put us in a unique situation where the only game left. The punters are all watching. The libations are showing up at the sideline. Everything's about to, you see the dinner lineup starting over by the big top. Phase 2 of the night starting for most, but not everyone. Not for Diaz, not for Pancotti.
Not for the Italians, not for the Swiss.
Pancotti on corks. Oh, it looks well defended, but Chesky says, no, it wasn't. That was all me all day. She didn't have a thing on me.
What a fantastic take by Chesky. Completely confident, completely just composed and went up strong. Amazing play by the Defensive Player of the Year runner-up, making her name known here as a deep threat. As we said before, a lot of Italians not quite there. We're going to see this deep throw go up for Chesky. And eventually, as she gets the disc, just goes up strong. The Swiss player could not get there, and eventually gets it to Maria Battistini for the score. And Italy used that momentum shift that they had, and now we're up 9-7 after being down 5-1 earlier this game.
And again, I said it in the last game, Ravi is a little bit sneaky. I mean, now they've got it. Now they've got the momentum, but they kind of just chipped their way back into it quietly. It's like, when did that happen? When did the Italians really kind of take control of the game? It's now they've taken control. But
I think it's when they started playing the zone. They started playing zone, but a really good zone, and Switzerland have not been able to answer it. They've earlier on in the point, remember that first point, the huge hug from Isa Guttinger to Phoebe Chamba. They had the pull play, everything was working smoothly, but the zone totally takes them out of what they want to do, and you see Italy's coming back out with it again.
And they are set and locked and loaded, and Kunzelman is stuck in a corner with nothing left to look at but a dump. Mayor. The Italian zone looks good. Over tops, outside ins, Blady throws to Nita Hauser. Now they're getting through side to side. Oh, a bit on that one from Fuentes. Kunzelman. No. Yes, Kunzelman. Inside out. Back in the end zone. Does she have space? It's well read, and the space is abundant. It's Cirule, one of the biggest ladies out there, who makes herself an excellent target downfield, and she answers the bell to bring the Swiss back to within one.
But you see what Switzerland needed to do to beat that zone. A lot of big throws, like you said, a lot of big Blady outside-in backhands. That big huck, which was still contested, though of course great grab by the Swiss. Italy's still forcing them into uncomfortable situations, and I think they should still be happy about that defensive point, even though they didn't get it. I think they're doing a fantastic job of really slowing down the Swiss right now, and the Swiss answer with a point right now, but they really have to figure out a way to start getting breaks and compose their offense a bit more. Here we see the throw from Kunzelman, though. What a play. And this take as well.
Cirule gets to make sure of it there. Makes absolutely sure.
Big up with the left arm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about the Italian zone. There's no reason for them to abandon it right now. They're doing what they wanted to do. It's working. Even when you see a goal happen, you can still say we made them throw the throws that were gambling for them to throw. And they did have to. That time they did it, but they won't each and every.
There, a flood play attempted by the Italians, a side stack. Everybody ran to the other side of the field, leaving Anicheski with the whole sideline to work with. But just a bit of a missed throw there. And now Switzerland have a chance to tie things back up as Vera Mayor picks up the disc.
Mayor's sweet looking tattoo on the left outside of the calf there. Always a fan of the ink, but her teammate got caught looking as I was because she didn't close the hands on the catch. Diaz.
You're going to blame that one on being distracted by the tattoo?
Well, I mean, only since I was talking about it, but it makes perfect sense as I was in it. Fadolfi looking for Chesky. Nita Hauser's there, but she can't get in the way. Chesky gets another one.
They are two star players connecting for Italy. Fadolfi and Chesky, we've talked about them a lot throughout the past few years, as they are stalwarts on both this Italy side and the Kurzschout side, making their presence known as they take the lead 10-8, still keeping their lead by 2 going. And Switzerland are going to call a timeout here.
good time for the Swiss timeout. Both those players you mentioned, Farolfi and Chesky, they do it with every tool. They've got the speed, they've got the reckless abandon, they're happy to throw their body on the line, they can have the big throws, they can have the finesse resets. There is Farolfi's big play. And, you know, that's in a tight spot. Nita House is a great defender. There's not a lot of room for Chesky, but she knows her receiver. She knows Chesky, if she puts it on the inside, she's going to beat most defenders.
Score 10-8 here. I don't think we really expected this when we saw the 5-1 start that the Swiss had. But Italy with all the momentum in their favor right now.
It's simple math, but that's a 9-3 run. And those ones are hard to fathom when they happen against you, especially when you do get the lead and the momentum, and you're like, we got this, and then it's like, whoa, wait a minute, what happened there? We were in the driver's seat, and now we can't even figure out what's going wrong. Italy sends the pull. Nita Hauser setting up her offense.
Again, we see Switzerland starting in a split stack there, trying to run a pull play, but every time Italy starting with this zone, completely shutting down Switzerland's first option. I think is very effective. With Cyril and Windler working it down the field. They seem to be figuring themselves out on zone offense a bit more right now.
Vanderman, Cyril, shot for not quite. It was open on the receiving end, but she couldn't get the throw clean. Lendeman. Coach is begging for some disc movement. He gets it. Arms. Oh, knocks her over with the disc. Nita Hauser hangs on.
The disc, yeah, the disc really
Lendeman, rather, it knocked her off of her feet, but she managed to hang on as it took her to ground.
That's a play we got to keep for the highlight reel. Great catch there as they bring the score to 10-9. Italy's still up, but Switzerland making a lot better work of the zone there. But of course, Chesky and Farolfi were both out taking a bit of a breather, so a couple star players not really. Look at this catch. Really, the disc knocks her over.
It really did take her out of the play. She's lucky to get to squeeze it at the end before it hit the grass there. Yeah, you know, that's a thing. They concede one when you end up putting yourself in a position to trade. And you can succumb a point, but then put your top two players back on the field. That's fair. You're all right. You don't mind. I mean, you always mind giving up a point, but when you pull and they hold, and you put your two best players on the field after that hold, it's kind of okay. We'll play this game in a tight game. We'll play trading with a lead, where we put our two best on after the score.
So now we do see Chesky go back on the field as well as Farolfi. Farolfi streaking deep.
Diaz now. Farolfi opening space every which direction, as is her young teammate Nigeto.
Nigeto's really been impressing me this game. She's doing a really good job.
Chesky, what a read. Ignored the defense, kept her eye on the disc, and took that one home. If she would have had even an inkling of a recognition of the defense, she would have lost that one. And Chesky again, who is it? Who threw it to her, Ravi?
Farolfi to Chesky again.
Oh, wait, what a weird combination. Never thought we'd see that for a score.
11-9 now the score. The Italians working well with their two stars. And Chesky just doing such a good job with the disc there. Such a good job with her legs, with her reads. Everything is really good. Solid throwing. Just having a great game after that little bit of a lull as we see her jump that disc in.
I like her balance in the air. I like her use, her management of her limbs. I like the way she spreads her body and catches off balance, but maintains balance, maintains direction. Chesky is really a handful for a defender. She can beat you with her high-end speed is probably not her most killer component, but she doesn't stop. She's got good speed. She reads the disc well. She gets up well. She boxes out well. She bodies well. She's got so many aspects of her.
And that's just offense. On defense, again, she's positioning well. She's doing, all the good things on both sides of the disc. Normally, I think when they have their full squad, she's more on the D-line, but showing here that if they need her to, when injuries happen, when this roster's a bit lower, she can play on offense as well. As we see Italy come back out again with the zone, I think is the exact right move to make from the coaching staff here. Slowing Switzerland down, forcing them into difficult options. They were able to score it the last couple times, but still not easy.
Cerule centers to Windler. There's space. Oh, that is going to work if she can just hang on. The throw was there.
Vera Mayor there, I think, slipped a bit, ended up on her knees by the time the disc went, just kind of not quite expecting that throw to be as short. It was a difficult throw to read, blading over your head, where the direction you're trying to run down.
It was by no means perfect, but still needed to be caught. The grand scheme of things, Capello throws to center, Bunu. Slow to get going on this possession, the Italians. Back to Bunu. Capello was looking, didn't get it. Still no big shot. Oh, what a great around break there. Vandelli.
I have to say the Swiss defense doing a great job of giving Italy a very tough job. Both Feralfi and Chesky are not on the field, and Italy struggling a bit more than they have been in previous points to get some yards.
And only one Scazzieri out there. Bunu. Oh, here comes the big shot. There's a Scazzieri under it versus Windler. Scazzieri had position, had eyes first, and gets the goal.
Just as I say that they struggle without their stars on the field, Italy showing they can still bomb it, still position well, and take a disc over a very good defender in Flo Windler. And Italy making the lead 12-9 now, getting another break on the board and running away with this one a bit in the other direction. I really thought it was going to be a little bit of a blowout. I thought Italy wasn't able to come back from that injury mentally, but they have totally proven me wrong, and Switzerland is now on the back foot. Needs to sort themselves out a bit more to come back into this game.
Switzerland are reeling right now. That's the only way to put it. They've every iota of momentum is well and truly lost. The Italian zone has stifled them. They're not able to move the disc the way they want to. They have to slow down. They have to look for resets. Their upfield options are limited. Defensively, they're taking the unders, and the Italians are working well to open up the deeps. And alternatively, the Italians get great resets from sideline to sideline. So they need answers in many different departments of this game due to the Swiss.
And the biggest answer they need is how can they figure out to play safely through this Italian zone and not panic and give them the disc back, because whenever they give them the disc, it's just been Italy playing very confidently. They forced him into a lot of throws, the Swiss did, but Italy eventually with that very confident huck and just playing so well right now, especially without a few of their star players. And Chesky there again, making a huge play, and Feralfi is looking for her favorite target in Chesky. The two of them giving and going.
Now with Pancotti as well, Feralfi on the doorstep. She finds Irena Scazzieri. Between the 2, 3, 4 of them, Scazzieri, Pancotti, and then of course Feralfi, Chesky. Okay, they play this D line, they get the D, and they're super dangerous.
I don't think it even
high potency.
I don't think it even got to stall 1 or 2 in any of those points. They just got the D, give go, score. There was nothing the Swiss could do to even set their defense with that quick movement, and that's something we haven't seen. We've seen a lot of big plays. I think the game is now being called as over. We see 69 minutes on our clock because they have found 70 minutes on their clock, so that is going to do it. 13-9, the Italians taking this game after being 5-1 down. Great job for the Italians.
That is the epitome of turning the tables. That is what every team dreams of, being able to find themselves in a prospectively negative situation and to be able to make it right, and the Italians did exactly that there. They were down, they were seemingly out, and they showed some resolve. They ticked away, and they took every ounce of momentum back to win that game, Robbie. It was a pleasure to watch.
All right, for Stefan Rapazzo, I've been Ravi Vasudevan, and for Ulti.tv, for Windmill. Come tune in tomorrow. We got a lot more games going. We'll have the last round of Swiss draw for the men's and women's divisions. We'll have the last 2 rounds of Swiss draw for the mixed divisions. And then we'll have the quarters and semis with the finals coming on Sunday. It's great. The sun's out. Let's go get some dinner. Let's go get some beers. Windmill 2019. We'll see you tomorrow.
If you're not here with us, you're wasting your time. Yeah, I don't need to be done for that, just so you know, for future reference.
Ah, okay, excellent, because I'm the one that's looking for that.